conclusion of the season, which both of these teams hope will end in a W in the Birmingham Bowl. It's the Auburn Tigers and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
I can tell you there is a lot of excitement down here on the field. The energy is electric, and it is gorgeous weather here late in the season. The sun is out, and we are looking forward to some good football. As they say, it is perfect football weather. We're going to get great passing, good running conditions here on the field today. I'll keep you posted on how that plays out as the game goes along. Back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harbor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Gonna run it. It's Fuller. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Sellers. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Hauls it in. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And that's a frustrating drive. Not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 plays, couldn't find a way to break somebody.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Running inside, it's Clark. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Here's a heat. Fires quickly.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Gamecocks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Throwing, Sellers. Going to try to pop one on the screen. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, on that 3rd down, the running back did a great job. He set up the screen, caught the ball, turned around, located his blocks downfield so he knew exactly where to go to pick up the 1st.
And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Wiggles. And the defense is there. He got away for a looking, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Fourth down, Sellers. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Brown wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. Got it! The Tigers have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Tigers!
Bringing the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack, and push you around, and then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Sellers fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Harbor. Breaks away on the left. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
And it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Brown will throw it. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Oh, he loves loves to fire downfield. He's got it inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them. Deep shot for the end zone. Picked off to stop the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Lets it fly. Makes the grab on the big throw. Huge play on that one. Took it across the 50, and they'll mark him down at the 45. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. The short hands, it's Sellers. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in wherever.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry-up. Again, it's Sellers. Floats it out in space. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one of this postseason showdown. Let's take a look at the stats so far. As we move into the second, let's hope the rest of the game lives up to the early start. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Looking for blockers. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. It simply can't happen.
Caught in the backfield, it's Bennett. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. The ball goes out of bounds. The offense maintains possession, but no gain on the play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They'll They'll start on the ground with Washington. There he goes. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
There's some room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Auburn. Extra point here will tie the game.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down here at the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back at the 20. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
A first down run in the red zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Auburn! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Sellers. Quick completion on the out. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Sellers. He's going to fire deep. Makes the catch down the right side. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got one pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute, I got to get me one too.
They stop him just a leak or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Right back to it. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Here's a give to Washington.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Makes the grab. It's Cobb. Runs through, man. He might have some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Brown wants to pass. Under fire. Trying to buy time. Quarterback gets past the marker.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Singleton. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
You're going to get some of this with this guy, and that's okay. You live with it as an offense. He'll make some big, enormous plays for your team. But this time, man, just too much dancing. Trying to make a big play, trying to get out of the situation. Nice job by the defense. Correct.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Steps away to find some room. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. But there is a flag down, and he might get another shot at this one. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Good, right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Harbor. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Throwing, Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So here comes the Auburn offense. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And that's the play the defense absolutely had to have. You know, going into halftime, you were down on the scoreboard. You just needed something really good to happen. So right away, you get the interception, you create a turnover. That is huge. And it's critical now this offense is
turning it on. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. 3rd quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
Sellers. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a great idea, man. Keep finding the big fella. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's been really the bright spot for this offense, Jesse. I would continue to find ways. If I'm going to get back in it, I think it's got to go through him.
I think you're right, David. And as a defense, you've got to know now, this is the guy they're looking for. He's hurt us often. We play man, we play zone, linebackers or safeties. Who's ever covering him, we've got to find a way now to get him bracketed so they stop throwing his way.
comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Shows him the stiff arm. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line?
Here's a little room there. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
And it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down. Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage, having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. And we've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat. And right now, he's given this defense all they can handle.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Takes the handoff. It's Fuller. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks. How about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Here's Sellers to throw. Finds his man. It's Sellers. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He lets one fly deep. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Complete to the left. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Breaks into the open. He hits the slide, and he's converted this 4th down to keep the drive moving. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Throwing, Sellers. Safe completion on the screen. Could not make his way to the corner. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Sellers to the air again. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Gives it on the option. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Jumped on top of the pile. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Brown will throw it. Got his man on the right. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big 1st down and keeps the clock moving.
He'll keep it again on the option. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
It'll be 3rd and long. Caught. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. 3rd down, understanding the sticks. And what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open. He sees him. He throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the 4th down.
And the Tigers will go for it on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Sellers. Looking left. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He'll be stopped short of the 40, right at the 41, and this interception has given them a great opportunity. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Brown wants to pass. He rifles one deep down the right side. It's a seam wide open. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harbor. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, back up a bit, starting at their own 13. Here's Sellers to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
That's caught. It's Fuller. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Slips away. Nice move. Creates some space. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing, Sellers. Finds his man. It's Harbor. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Caught near the sticks. It's Fuller. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air, it's Sellers. He'll take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT finally...
He wants to go deep. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the third interception he's thrown.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Line getting set on second down. Sellers. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode. And what is that? The defense.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Fourth down, Sellers. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Again, it's Sellers. Throws toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Brown will throw it. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was